All right, this example is an example of playing in the style of the great Freddie King. Freddie King is a little bit younger than B.B. King and Albert King, so even though he was so influenced by them and influenced by T-Bone Walker and the guys that influenced B.B. and Albert, he does have his own thing, a little bit more daring. There is a youthful thing about his playing that he always had, and he loved to record instrumentals, and he had a lot of success with a lot of different instrumentals that he recorded. This track is played in the style of one of his tunes called Sensation, and his best known instrumental is probably Hideaway, which was covered by Clapton on the John Mayall Blues Breakers album. Also, The Stumble is one that's been played by a lot of different people. Peter Green with John Mayall, that's a great version, and Jeff Beck recorded it as well. So this is just a straight 4/4 medium tempo blues with a straight rock kind of a beat, played in the key of A, and most of the licks are based on A minor pentatonic, A, C, D, E, G, repeats A, C, D, E, G, played in 5th position. So I'm beginning. So in the first bar, I'm using what's known as a reverse rake, which is a technique Freddie loved to do. Freddie used finger picks. He used a thumb pick and a pick on his index finger, so he would be raking his thumb. I'm using a pick, picking in a standard way when you use a pick. So I'm just using an upstroke to come across the strings while muting the strings with the fretting hand. And then in bar 2, I'm barring across the G and B string at the 7th fret, pulling it down to bend at a half step, releasing it, and then going to barring across those strings at the 5th fret. And that repeats, the first riff repeats again. Then in bar 5, for the 4 chord, I move down here for this low note lick. You could say it's based on A major pentatonic, but there's the minor 3rd C, bent slightly to C sharp. This is just, again, something typical of what Freddie would do. Played melodies that were hooks and found different ways to do that, to go from one riff to another riff, and each riff is sort of a hook unto itself. So that's what's going on with this. And also you notice that I'm moving down to pick right over the bridge saddles, because it yields a completely different sound. Also, getting a little bit of the edge of the thumb into the pick attack to make it more expressive sounding. So you put those two together, picking with a little edge of the thumb and picking on the saddles, it makes the riff really jump out and sound more interesting and stand apart from everything else you're playing. I'm hammering, open, hammer, then slide out. Another thing Freddie liked to do, I'm pivoting off this minor 3rd. So you could say it's like a A minor 7 arpeggio, which is what gives strength to the lick, is the shape 7th, 6th. Then I kept that chordal approach there going into bars 9 and 10 over the 5 and the 4 chord. So this is like E7, major 3rd, dominant 7th, 5th in the key of E. Again, the same thing of pivoting against a note one string lower. And then just move that down a step for D. and then use that opportunity, because I'm up here in 10th position, to get a sliding sound to get me back down to the 5th position. So one more time. So at the end here, I'm bringing that first lick back in, landing with the pinky here, and then rolling over to the G string so I can use the pull-off. So the thing that makes this Freddie King-like is those recognizable melodies, really all themes. Every lick in here is like a theme unto itself, plus a sharp attack. I'm using the bridge pickup. In the early days, he used a gold top Les Paul with P90s on the bridge pickup, so he really got a big, bright sound. In later years, he switched to a 345 and a 355, and almost all the time played on the bridge pickup to get a lot of sharpness in the sound. So put all those things together, and that's how you make it sound like Freddie King.